Hello, everybody listening to the Fair Weather Podcast. Your boy, 2K Suave, aka 2K Hertz. Is this what y'all wanted? I am joined with, well, Lloyd, aka A-Rod.
Cleveland Indian.
What's poppin', Slime?
Not the man, just surviving holiday parties. Surviving holiday parties.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that on the show. I had to keep that one away. But yeah, so people will survive R. Kelly. Some people had to survive Diddy. I had to survive. You had to survive. We've all had to survive holiday parties. So
But I will say this before we go on to what we want to talk about. Holiday parties are different for salespeople. If you're in sales and you go to a holiday
they
party,
trying to get you fucked up.
oh yeah, it's the thing.
Everybody, because we listen when you in sales, every day you got to be on fucking puto, bro. It's hard, dog. Like they. So one thing I've learned about working in sales, because I graduated college with a health science degree, and next thing you know, I'm an Amp Scott, I'm an enterprise, and then I started recruiting. Right. So I've been doing sales since I graduated without even knowing anything about sales. One thing I've learned about the sales culture, they don't give a fuck. You can snort coke, you can do crystal meth, you can do whatever you want. Blue magic.
You know how to sell, don't matter.
As long as your KPIs is good and you can sell, hey, bro. And then when they celebrate, watch Wolf of Wall Street. Watch all these sales kind of movies. When they celebrate, oh, these motherfuckers gonna celebrate.
And it's funny too. It's funny. You go out to like a nice dinner first, everybody's calm.
Yep.
You know, then afterwards you go somewhere, have a happy hour and have some drinks and stuff, and then it just turns to shit.
0
Then
to
it
100.
turns to shit, man.
I'm not even gonna talk about, but 0 to 100 and just get like that, dog. It's crazy, y'all. Have you ever watched the movie? I think it was Office Christmas Party or Office Holiday Party. The one with the dude from Ozarks,
Yeah.
Olivia Munn, I think that's her name. That movie is fucking hilarious because, again, I'm not gonna get into my holiday party, but on my Microsoft Teams, you can change the background like you have yours and shit like that. You can change your background. My background was the Office Christmas Party background. It was fucking hilarious. Little did I know it was gonna be a foreshadow into my life. But anyway, we're moving off of holiday parties. A lot of shit be going on, and like week to week, especially this time of year. Um, However, I just realized, with that being said, we're gonna do football. We'll talk basketball. We'll do a little bit hot stove. But this is actually probably gonna be our last show of the year. Because next week is Christmas. Week after that is New Year's. The 31st, by the way, Michigan plays Alabama. What used to be the Outback Bowl. I ain't gonna lie, if it was still the Outback Bowl, I'll probably go for some blue onions. But the ReliQuest Bowl, I don't know. But to go see Bama versus Michigan,
That's a
I'm
good game.
surprised, bro. I'm surprised we even made it to that game. I thought it was gonna be like some boo boo the fool kind of cheese it bowls and shit like that. But hey, we got Outback Bowl. But yeah, so at the end of the show, we're gonna do some a year review 2024 recap. Probably don't give us some superlatives, so definitely want to stick around for that because that's when I like to let my hair down and get loose. Pause. Shit, that was kind of crazy. But anyway, let's jump into just real quick, crazy, wacky, funny for you. What you got?
I got a couple. I'll be quick. Boy, Mike Vick got a job. Happy for him.
I was one of mine. I love that. Norfolk State. But do you think this is gonna be a trend? All of our favorite players are gonna start taking these college jobs.
I think it's a trend because they were so big and pivotal in like our lives, and now some of them can't even get what do you call it jobs in commentating or anything like that, or with other teams. You're seeing guys that want just a chance to do what they love to do, and then you got guys like Teddy Bridgewater that goes and wins a high school national championship,
My
and
dog.
then he's like, I want to come back and play. I'm like, dude, just do what you're doing. You're doing good, man. Like,
what's a hero?
yeah. So I think it is a trend. Dion set the bar pretty high, and now everybody's gravitating towards that. We'll see what he can do with recruiting. I'm curious to see. And then the other one was Puka Nakua's comments about running routes, that he was horny for the routes. I pissed my pants listening to that. And then check out the St. Rob Brothers podcast with Xavier Leggett. Xavier Leggett is funny all the time when you hear him talk, but just hearing about his experiences in Germany were hysterical to me. I just want to talk like him the rest of the night. I want to do this podcast.
Well, we're not gonna do that. I'll tell you what, we're not gonna do that.
Trying to go bike there.
So anyway, but no, to your point though, like in the last week, we've got Bill Belichick and Mike Vick, our football coaches in college, out of nowhere. It's like, the fuck's going on? But yeah, I mean, I know Eric Bieniemy had tried it. Pete Carroll has done it. We obviously know the success stories that he had and Harbaugh had. But like to see like our era of like player and our era of coach, like Bill Belichick is the greatest NFL coach I've ever seen in my life. And now he's coaching the University of North Carolina. Mike Vick is the most electric football player probably I've ever watched. Electric, just straight highlight, just pure. You know what I mean? Like what I fell in love with Allen Iverson's game. To me, every play I was like, oh man, what's going to happen next? And like my love for Iverson was kind of like transferred over to like my love for Mike Vick too. Because I was the same way. It's just like, yo, it's about to get crazy back here in the pocket. Oh, he about to do this. He about to make the Vikings guys run into each other. Oh, like it was fun to watch. It's like, I'm trying to think. I know Jonathan Taylor. He's the assistant coach for Miami, I think.
Fred Taylor.
No. Jonathan Taylor. Not Jonathan Taylor. The one that was the guy used to.
Mo Taylor.
No, the one that used to the edge rushers that played for the Dolphins and the Jets. Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor. My bad. I said John. That guy that fumbled the football at the 1 yard line. Jason Taylor. He's an assistant coach as well. Like some of the it's like you're as a football player. I feel like the problem with, I wouldn't say the problem, but like it's like you kind of get like brainwashed. Like you play football, you got to be crazy, right?
It's a fraternity though, man.
But you get brainwashed at such a young age that football is life. That trying to do something that's normal outside of football is like, fuck else I'm gonna do. It's like I'm either gonna open a restaurant that's football themed, I'm going to be a car salesman, or I'm going to go get a job in football. A lot of them don't. Whether it's we see it all the way from GM. Like John Lynch and shit like that, all the way down to college football coach, or high school football coach, like we mentioned. So it be in you, pause, and then keeping it on the football shit. Travis Hunter takes home the Heisman Trophy. You cool with it?
I am. I think it's more of like the Ohtani effect with this. Like the kid was dominant as a receiver and a cornerback, but the kid from Boise State, what a fucking season he had, man. So
yeah.
They showed comparisons of like Reggie Bush and like his numbers compared to Reggie Bush, and I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's not a good comparison because Reggie played on a loaded team, whereas Genty is the only thing that they have.
Was on a loaded team.
Bill White behind him.
But it doesn't matter at the same time. Like he was a human highlight reel every day, like even with that loaded team. But there was another.
He's the best college football player I ever watched personally. Is Reggie Bush. That's
Reggie Bush. Yeah, I would say the same thing. Reggie Bush was probably the most spectacular thing I saw during that time. Michael Vick for the year. Well, he's in for a year or 2 years at Virginia Tech.
It was the 1 year that we all know about. That's the year. It's like, but like, dog. When I watched Reggie Bush, you gotta understand. At that time, I'm a diehard basketball fan at this time. Like this is what 03 to 05 or something like that, or whatever it was. I'm a diehard basketball fan. Casually I watched the NFL, and the only college football I would pay attention to was University of Michigan, or Miami at that time. That was like the only college football like I would pay attention to. USC, that Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart team, whatever. That was the first time that I looked like I wasn't a casual. I was a diehard. I want to watch every single USC game in my life. And at that time, it's like high school. I'm like, I just start switching from basketball to football as a sport. So just watching Reggie Bush at that time, I'm like, I want to be good enough in life so I can go either be a player at USC and for Pete Carroll, or an athletic trainer, or a head coach, or whatever. Like I wanted to be at USC at that time because Reggie Bush was like, it's like I'm trying to think who was like that most recently in college that you had to like. I don't really. I mean, Travis Hunter. I look for the moments, but like I'm not really watching Colorado only for Travis Hunter though. Like Shador Sanders, I want to see what he does. I want to see like the celebrities who's going to be at the game. I want to hear what they're going to say about him in the commentary. So like I have a lot of other reasons to watch Colorado, not just Travis Hunter. When I was watching USC, I needed to know where Reggie Bush was at 24/7. I'm like, is he on games? Is he on sideline? We're like, where's Reggie? He's return the kick, return the punt. Oh, he played it like that. That's how. That was the effect that he had for me. Like Cam Newton was another one that gave me that kind of like. I want to see what Johnny Manziel. I needed to see what Johnny football was about to do. That was another one for me.
Derrick Henry for me, because that motherfucker was huge. I never saw a running back like that. I was like, is that a linebacker that's in there?
That was one.
He was wild. I mean, he was insane. I mean, there was a lot of good ones, but like
I love watching Lamar at Louisville.
Yeah, but I just think the impact Reggie Bush had in college football was just
different, right?
Yeah, but between him and I mean, I'm not. He did nothing for me, but some people would say Tim Tebow was the best because he had heart and all of that. But whatever.
You was there, dog. Tim Tebow had the shit on lock, bro. Yes, he had the greatest weapons around him in the history of college football, but not LSU, but like the weapons that he had around him on offense and then the defense that they had at the same time. That team, I watched, bro. From the moment Chris Leak won his shit, and they kept saying this kid Tebow's name. Tebow's coming in. Oh, Tebow. I was like, who the fuck is this Tim Tebow dude? And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit, that was a fun time, dog. That was a fun time.
He had all the weapons like around him, and all the weapons had weapons, so it made sense.
Well, Percy, though, to me on that team, though, Percy Harvin was like. That was the guy I was watching.
Over your head. It went over your head.
What?
The weapons had weapons.
I was thinking, is that oh, damn, my cat been drinking my water. Fuck. Percy Harvin was more of, I mean, you talk about Aaron Hernandez, I know, but like,
the whole defense too, man.
I know who Aaron Hernandez was in college like that. I knew he was there, but I wasn't like, when you watch that team, dog, you needed to see fucking Percy Harvin, dog. Also, I played against Jeff Demps.
I was just happy, Jeff Demps too. I was just happy my
high school. I played against him in high school, so I wanted to like see how he did in the league. I mean, in college.
I was just happy my boy picked him off for them not to go to the national championship the first go around at it.
Black?
Huh?
Who?
Javier Arenas, my boy, picked him off.
Yeah. What high school was it? Robinson? Plant? Robinson?
High school.
Gross. And, I don't know why I said that. I'm such a Plant guy now. I don't even. I've never.
Fuck out of here.
I went to a football game at Plant, but like this is when they were still okay. They suck. How's Robinson though? They ain't that good. What is Robinson good at? What sport are they really good at?
We actually get recruiting from Alabama and Clemson a lot of players.
High school down the street. Of course they go.
Before Plant was what it was, we were the powerhouse there, and we used to mop them up all the time. Then when our class left, some players were still there in one more year, and then everybody started going to Plant because they pump a lot of money into it and they want to be competitive and yada yada yada. So Miami was over there, Florida State was there, Florida was there, all the big schools in Florida, and then SEC schools. So
who wasn't getting schools like that when I was in high school? We got FAU. we had Drake University. I remember. We did have it. All right, anyway, let's get on.
I reminisce, man. That's sure.
Right, let's get to the National Football League. We first of all, we got to recap last week. I did.
You won last week.
I know. What was the total?
It was close. 1, 2. It was 3-2. You.
Sit. All right. Either
You
way.
sneak some other shit in there, man. I swear to God. I got it written down here. The only reason I lost Seattle because Gino went down. So, and then Sam Howell, who's that
What
motherfucker?
did I get wrong? Remind me, what did I get wrong?
You got San Francisco wrong.
Oh yeah, because I didn't. Yeah.
We both got the Chargers to beat the Bucks. Who'd have thought that? Those are the two you got wrong.
I'm bad. I knew I should have picked the Bucks. I wanted to pick the Bucks. That's why I put them on the fucking thing. Anyway, let's start with one of the games that we picked. Wait, we had the Bills and Lions on there, right?
Yeah, you got the Bills. I picked the Lions.
Motherfucker, right, I did. You're motherfucking right, I did. All right, the game of the weekend. The Bills and the Lions have been in all the games this year that have gone fucking arena football on us. Like, it's like, whoa, where are these two teams' offenses coming from? We got we had a 48-42 Buffalo Bill victory at the Detroit Lions. I told you that. I told you what Josh Allen was fitted to do, bro. I'm telling you, you better start giving that boy that love. We'll get to some MVP talking a little bit, but you gotta start giving that boy some love. 23 of 34, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns, ran it for 68 yards, another 2 touchdowns. Brother out here spitting, dog. Not to be outdone by a almost 500-yard performance by Jared Goff.
And 5 touchdowns.
On 59 passes, 5 touchdowns. The two of them put up a crazy little line. The good from Buffalo, their offense is playing great. Defense is not that great. Same thing with Detroit. Offense is great. Defense is not that good. But the big takeaway also from this game was the injuries that have decimated the Detroit Lions, and another Dan Campbell Gamble, another one. Speak on your boy, and I know you love, the Lions are like your darling team because of Dan Campbell biting kneecaps. Speak on your boy, dog, and speak on the injuries on Detroit. What you think this means? Was it a bigger deal that Detroit lost, or how Buffalo played in the win?
I think it's more how Detroit lost. Dan Campbell and these gambling things, I think it's just part of his game. Josh Allen's gonna do. I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen. I just personally hate the guy. He's my new Tom Brady. I got a reason to hate him. So
y'all be talking that. You three be talking that shit about that boy like he's trash or something.
Nah, he's not trash, but like it's okay. Just win something. This is when he finally wins something. Okay,
bruh.
Bro, like let him get his MVP. Okay, cool. Let him get his MVP. I'm happy for him if he gets his MVP. He finally won something because he doesn't have an MVP, doesn't have an AFC championship, he doesn't have a Super Bowl. What does he have?
Oh, where is this hate coming from? He ain't the only one.
Okay, I know. I mean, but Dan Marino at least has an MVP.
Bro, Josh Allen is in his 7th year. Can he chill?
No, he can't. Because the way they talk about this guy, the way Chris Collins, well, here's a guy that my dick is real hard for right now. I ain't trying to hear all that shit. I want to see someone that, like, you crown him as king.
All right, move on. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Talk about Detroit.
Dan Campbell's just got to stop being cute. And all these injuries are going to hurt. It's going to hurt them. He gave an interview today on the Detroit radio, and it was great. I give him all his props for that, about how we're going to go back to biting kneecaps and it's next guy up. And we're going to, if we win by 1, you're going to see me smiling. If the defense gives up 70 points and we still win, I'm going to still be smiling. So, I like that, but you got to stop getting cute, Dan. Like you're really good at your job. You're really, really good at your job because it comes down to 2 things in coaching. 1, winning football games, and 2, having a team believe in you, and they believe in you. They'll run through a wall for you. So keep that same mentality, because when the day you lose the locker room, that's going to suck. I don't think he's going to, though, but that man is made for this, but he's just got to stop being cute. And we talk about it all the time. Is he going to do this? Is he going to be gutsy? It looks like that's how he is.
And that's the problem that I told you I have. I'm like, the reason why I feel a little bit more confident as an Eagles fan against them, like, to me, if it comes down to just offense versus defense and defense versus offense, we're pretty like evenly matched, to be honest. But when it comes down to the intricacies of the game, I used to feel like that Nick Sirianni was just a fucking idiot and could never get that shit right. Ever since he shaved his head, the dude has been locked the fuck in. I don't know what they told him. I don't know what. He must have got threatened for his job.
He must have watched American History X or something like that.
But yo, anyway, ever since he's gone to this Baldini area, bro, it's been beautiful. Whereas Dan Campbell, his teeth is yellow as hell.
Let the man be, bro. Let him be.
But this shit is gonna cost him every fucking time. We've seen it. We've watched it firsthand for too many times.
You know what I think it is too? I think ownership is behind it. I think they're like, hey, the way you coach.
There's no way. Bro. This is who he is, dog. Nick Sirianni, bro.
He ain't on the hot seat. Dog. That's for sure. If Dan Campbell is on the hot seat, Jets better be paying attention because I will come back to that team if they. I said if Dan Campbell were to be on the hot seat, the Jets better pay attention.
On the hot seat. I'm just saying. This is because Detroit doesn't have expectations. Let's be honest. Like, they've been bad their whole lives. So their fans are not they just want to see a good product.
What are these?
Yeah, at this point, they're just happy to be there. You know what I mean? Like OKC. Like, we'll talk about OKC later. OKC, like at this point, even with the Kevin Durant days, but especially now, with that talent is very young, they ain't never seen no success with OKC. They've been to a finals, cool, but like this is like, oh cool, we got a good team. Detroit hasn't seen this shit since Barry Sanders, and that team wasn't even that great. You know what I mean? Like, this is like cool. We're here. Whereas if this same shit was happening in Philly, Dan Campbell would be on the hot seat for sure. Oh shit, Michael Penix Jr. has been named the starting quarterback for the rest of the year. I told you it was gonna happen.
Who?
All right, Michael Penix Jr. just took Kirk Cousins' job. Oh shit, man! Oh shit, I love this. But nah, I feel like you have to have your shit together, bro. Like, this is like, I know it's cute, Detroit. Happy to be here, but like, yo, this window in the NFL is never open for as long as you think it is. Like, 1 second, Sanchez, y'all got to the shit twice, 2 years in a row, the conference championship.
You say we, but that's not me. I'm not that guy.
Y'all have not been back to the playoffs since. Like, you think you right there? Y'all haven't been back to the playoffs since. It's like, it's hard to win in the NFL, dog. It's hard.
But there's a whole lot of things mixed in with it. But I think with Dan, I mean, let's see what he does in the playoffs. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's cute in the regular season. In the playoffs, he'll tighten up. But he already proved me wrong with the cutesy shit. That's what he likes to do. So.
And now, with these injuries, we look at the Minnesota Vikings dominate the Chicago Bears. And the Bears, that's another fucking show.
The Bears are fine. The Bears are fine. They just need a head coach. And they need to nail the hire when they do it. I think they're fine.
We'll see. But we had two basically standalone games, 2 Monday Night Football games, I know. But like one game that maybe more people were watching was the Vikings. And then you had the Sunday night game with the Packers beating the Seahawks. So we got 2 opportunities on a national stage to see, right after Detroit loses, to see Green Bay demolish Seattle and to see Minnesota demolish Chicago. And then you look at the standings, boom, boom. They are literally, the Vikings are tied with them in the North, but Detroit has the tiebreaker. And they also play each other in Week 18. Let's not forget that. And then the Packers are just right. They just waiting for somebody to fuck up. Come on down, baby. So, who if you as our the resident Lions fan, who do you personally fear more over the if I'm a Lion, between Minnesota and Green Bay?
Minnesota.
Why is that?
Because we didn't think that they were going to be this good.
Oh yeah, we did.
And they're demolishing teams. They're out there. They're showing that they have the number 1 wide receiver. They're showing that Aaron Jones still has shit in the tank. They're showing that Sam Darnold was, forgotten, and he's actually really good. Jordan Addison, when he's getting busy as a number 2. And the defense, outside of Harrison, there's nobody I know on that team. So they get busy, man. What's the defensive coordinator's name again? Dude from Miami.
Shit, the one that cussed out Tua.
Yeah.
Flores, Brian
Yeah.
Flores.
Brian Flores is got those guys playing good football, and I'd be more scared of Minnesota than I would be Green Bay, because Green Bay is 2 games behind you. This team is tied to the same record as you in the division, so I'd be looking out for them if anything.
But like, let's say not even just like taking your spot, but like if you had to see one of these Jones in the playoffs, because like right now, the way it's set up, the Lions, they have the number 1 seed, right? Cool. But like, if they drop the 2, they could be playing the Packers or the Commanders. If they drop the 4, which I don't see happening, like there's a scenario where they can play the Vikings or the Packers. If I'm the Lions with my best team,
I'd be more afraid of Minnesota, man. Minnesota, I didn't know you had that in you this year. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I knew Justin Jefferson was going to eat, but I didn't think it was going to be a well-oiled machine to only lose 2 games, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's crazy. Oh shit, I was about to say. Yeah,
The Packers are a young core that are growing together, and like we knew that they're going to go up from here. We've always praised the Packers. This team, we know they have Justin Jefferson. And a lot of people, I remember beginning of the year, they were like, oh, Justin Jefferson ain't going to do that good with Sam Darnold. Joke's on you.
Jokes on you. I drafted him, bitch.
But Aaron Jones displaced new offense. Sam Darnold, journeyman at this point, like can't even start. This is his first gig back at it from Carolina. We saw what he did in Carolina, but he's got the best receiver, one of the best receivers in football. So it works. It works.
Yeah, and honestly, the Vikings and Packers are pretty easily matched. They're only 10 points apart in points scored. They're 15 points apart in points against. At home, 7-1 versus 5-2. On the road, 5-1. Like they pretty like lockstep with each other. The Vikings have won 7 games in a row though, so like they're on a tear. So I would say momentum wise, the Vikings, but then like, depending on where the game is played, if it's Vikings versus the Packers on a neutral field, I'll probably take the Packers still on a neutral field. But that's because Jordan Love has been there. He has experience doing that shit. Last year, I saw him go against the Cowboys at the Cowboys and beat the dog shit out of them in a playoff game. The dog shit.
Along with the whole world, we all saw that.
I was in Houston, drunk as hell, laughing my ass off. So we saw that shit happen, right? I haven't seen Sam Darnold go to the playoffs and do that shit. So you know what I mean? Like, so I understand the Vikings, I get it, but it's just based on the strength that like I see Jordan Love do this shit, and then on a big stage, I think he's got the Sam Cassell in him. He can just let them shits hang and just go. Super pause. All right, but circling back to because we're talking about Josh Allen. Now we're talking about Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. So I have Derrick Henry in fantasy. 2 of my teams was on a bye. He's on my other team that was actually playing as well though. And I was like, I'm about to get a big one against I'm about to get a big day against New York. I thought, because New York, I seen Saquon go crazy against them. So I'm just expecting Derrick Henry gonna do the same shit. Off of bye week, fresh legs, they about to kill him. Or they killed him. But Lamar was like, nah, big fella. I need this one. He goes into New York, drops a 5-touch game. None of them to Derrick Henry. I mean, you could help me out a little bit, Lamar. A little bit. But anyway.
I'm out of the playoffs, so I'm
you out now? Man, I've still got 3 feet to the fire, baby. Oh, I was stressful. It's about to be stressful now. But surviving advantage. Shout out to Jared Goff, by the way. You the reason for the season this year, dog. Appreciate you. But yeah, Lamar goes in. 21 and 25. I mean, fucking efficient as hell. Quarterback rating on 154.6. Those 5 touchdowns on 290 yards, not to mention 6 carries for 65 yards as well. And we put a poll on Instagram and to see what the fans thought about who their MVP should be right after that shit. It was a 50-50 split. Shout out to it was over 20 people who voted too, so shout out to y'all. It was a 50-50 split. So clearly, we're very split on this shit right here. I want your honest opinion. I want you to take your honest bias and shit out of it, all right? Let me set the stage up for you. Lamar Jackson this year is better statistically in almost every category except for wins. And he's even got him in the head-to-head, right? So better completion percentage. He has 200 more passing yards. He had, 200 more passing yards. His quarterback rating is at 120 to Josh Allen's 103.5. He has 743 rushing yards to go along with his 3580 passing yards. And Josh Allen has 484. So 743 versus 484. Only flip side is that Lamar has 3 touchdowns, whereas Josh Allen has 11 touchdowns. Outside of that,
right?
Total touchdowns, 34 plus 3 is 37. So Lamar got 37. And Josh Allen has 36. So Lamar has 1 more touchdown than him overall. He's got more rushing yards, passing yards, complete, like all the bullshit.
I know the numbers.
And he's beat Josh Allen head-to-head. Now, Josh Allen is 11-3. And they've already locked up the AFC East. Baltimore, hey, they've done it, okay? Lamar Jackson's Ravens are 9-5. And still, I would say they control their destiny to win that division because they play the Steelers this week. I'm not sure how that tiebreak would work because they would split the season series. But either way, we know what's going on. What say you, honestly?
You don't want to hear it.
Just fucking say it, dog.
You don't want to hear it because I hate that guy.
Just say it.
Give it to Lamar, man.
Oh my God. I hate
Josh Allen, bro. I hate him. I'm a hater. Let me be, man.
All right, listen.
Could you imagine being James Cook on that team and he have to go to the post interview every game and be like, James Cook, you ran for 185 yards and 1 touchdown. Josh Allen threw for 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, and ran 4 of those in. Like, could you imagine at the 1 yard line and he's like, hey, thanks for getting us here, but I'll take it from here.
Yeah, I watch it every week. It's called the tush push. Oh, wow. All right. How many touchdowns does Josh Allen have rushing, right? He has 11. You know how many touchdowns Saquon Barkley has running? He also has 11. Where's Jalen Hurts, who has 12 of his own or 14 of his own? If you can run the ball in for a touchdown, you would do it. Sorry, Cook. At the end of the day, Josh Allen is a dog, bro. Let's be honest.
I am. Listen, if you want my honest opinion, he deserves the MVP this year. That's what it is. He deserves the MVP. I would give him the MVP this year. Still think Saquon should have it, but I think he deserves it.
Not anymore.
If Saquon runs for 200 yards tomorrow or this Sunday,
so the odds right now, Lamar Jackson is plus 750. Josh Allen is minus 1,000. He has negative 1,000 odds to win. I think if you bet $1, you get a cent back or some shit like that, like $1 or 1 cent. Whereas Lamar Jackson, if you bet $1, you're gonna get like $6.50, $7 off of that. So 100 gets you like $700, right? Listen, long story short, short story tall. Josh Allen is running away with this award because at the end of the day, there is a narrative to these awards. Lamar, we've seen you do this year after year. It's like, all right, bro. Like how many MVPs should Michael Jordan have? More than 6. LeBron, more than 4. Like we see, all right, bro. But at some point, there's like an expectation that now you gotta like outdo yourself. You know what I mean? Like you gotta really show me some shit. Like do something spectacular, Lamar. Whereas Josh Allen is doing the spectacular and he's got the wins to go with it. So I would say as of right now, I wouldn't put my vote in the ballot yet. I don't do early voting. I go to the thing, fill out the little shit. I do.
I do.
I'll wait. I like to wait to get my facts straight. Then I get there, and then I'll see at the end of the year. I would say right now, if this is like a race.
Again, like you said about Lamar, what is he done? It's time to show and prove. Same thing with Josh. Time to show and prove, bro.
Yeah, like he didn't have this. He had collapses at the end of the year with victories a lot. He would, they lost Stephon Diggs, they lost Gabe Davis, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen?" And he's doing this shit. You gotta give him some credit. Now again, I'm with you with the Lamar thing, so I'm lockstep with you. Like personally, if I had a vote, I'd still be. I know Josh Allen's gonna win, so I'm like, let me just put this Lamar vote in because fuck it, why not? I'll be that vote that doesn't make it unanimous. You know what I mean? Like I'm the problem. But like
we are the problem.
We're the problem. But at the same time, Josh Allen does deserve the award. Like let's just be honest. Like you get the narrative part of it. He's got the victories. Now, had he beaten Lamar Jackson head to head already, it would have been a runaway already. But I think that's what Lamar still got over him. And then you look at the remaining schedule. The Ravens have the Steelers, Texans, and Browns. And the Bills have the Patriots, Jets, Patriots. So I don't want to say that he's going to go 3-0, but he might very well beat y'all too and go 3-0 the rest of the way.
Say y'all a lot, like I'm a fan or something like that.
I didn't mean the Lions. I meant the Jets, okay? All right, moving on. But no, I say you let the motherfucker have it.
Let him have it. Give him something that he can put in his fucking trophy room. Fuck, dude, man.
All right. Looking at we didn't talk about the Bucks and Chargers, but we did put that on our pickings last week. Last week I said we're not giving the Bucks enough credit, and they go out and beat the dog shit at the Chargers. The dog shit was. Taylor Heineke got into the game. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it got. Mike Evans, he's trying to get that 1,000 yards. He going for that shit now. He went crazy.
He better, man. He better.
I want him to get it too, for sure. Baker Mayfield, it's like Baker Mayfield is like heck of a job, bro. He just, you don't know what you're gonna get with him. And then the running game for the fucking Bucks, like they are. It'd be nice if the Jets had a coach like the Bucks got, because damn, who the hell was Bucky Irving?
I know who Irving was.
You're not a Jets fan no more. Don't do that.
No, but he was the coach. He was the coach.
Yeah, I know. But Sean Tucker, Bucky Irving, Rashad White, these are not household names that you would think of, but they balling right now. So
who'd have thought Rashad White had hands?
He's basically a receiver for him now.
Who'd have thought he had hands? Because the last 2 years I didn't see hands on that man.
He had hands, but I had him in fantasy last year. He's PPR, bro. He was a monster, bro. Anyway, so the Bucks got a dub. The Broncos got a dub. The Rams got a dub. And the Chargers, they were balling up to that point, right? First of all, in the NFC, the Bucks right now would be in the playoffs. We don't know what Atlanta is trying to do right now because they just brought the rookie in. So are they trying to win, or are they call it a season? I'm not 100% sure, but we do know that Michael Penix Jr. is now the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. I'm assuming the Bucks are going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to win the division, and that's just my assumption.
83% chance they're going to make the playoffs.
I like those odds. So, and I think the Rams. You look at the West. I don't know the extent of Geno Smith's injury. The 49ers are cooked. Put a fork in them, cooked. Yeah. And Arizona, they're just there so they don't get fined.
They're cute.
They're cute. They just, they got that little,
Let's see if Kyler Murray can get another one fired. Let's see.
Just, they just happen to be there. So I'm assuming the Rams are going to be there. And we look at the Rams. When they click, these motherfuckers be clicking, dog.
They horny.
When they clicking.
They horny.
So, like your boy Puka said, who out of those two teams, the Bucks and the Rams, could spoil a top-seeded team in the NFC's weekend, who would you be most scared of between the Bucks and the Rams?
Same one that lives in your house of horrors too.
The Bucks. Man, they've been beating our ass for years. I don't understand. I don't get it. We know the Steelers haven't beaten us since what, 1965 or shit like that at home or some bullshit. It feels like it's been that long since we beat the Bucks. Dog. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of playing this team, dog. And we just beat them last year, like week 2 in Monday Night Football. It was a rainy game, in case people forgot. But anyway, yeah. And why not the Rams and why the Bucks?
I gotta. Well, once again, we're thinking about this prematurely. I mean, the Bucks do it regularly, day in and day out, as an underdog, always. And the Rams kind of haven't really been in contention really since the Super Bowl hangover that they had. I don't know. I have to see what the matchup would be, see who they're playing against, and don't do it prematurely. Let's not play that game. If I had to pick, though, I think when all oars are in the boat and rowing, I would pick the Bucks. Slight edge over it, because I know Cooper Kupp's a Super Bowl winner. I know Puka Nacua is a budding star. I know Matthew Stafford's a Super Bowl winner. But there's just something about Mike Evans, man. I don't know what it is, that there's a dog in him that I appreciate so much.
I'm so happy to hear you say that about Mike Evans. Like,
I told you, he's my favorite. I say he's the most underrated wide receiver in all of football.
I've been such a fan of his because, like, I remember him when he was playing with Johnny Manziel. I'm like, he had 20-something catches or shit like that. Like, he's always been like this. Like, he's always been him. And I'd be like,
and Bucks fans drag his name through the mud. It drives me nuts.
For real. And I always I'm a villain. So, like, I'm always going to pick the guy that people are not always rooting for.
They love Godwin more than him. I'm like, do you forget the shit that this man does?
The person, the lady that I live with in this house that called my wife, Chris Godwin is her favorite. She doesn't really. I talk about Mike Evans. She's like, yeah, he's cool, but she loved Chris Godwin. And I'm like, yo, Mike Evans is like the best receiver ever. Like, you know, when you look at his career, it's just consistency. It's like he might very well be a first ballot Hall of Famer when you think about it, which is weird because it's like, damn, Terrell Owens wasn't even the first ballot Hall of Famer, but like he's just 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, 7. And I'm like, damn, Mike Evans is really has been like wrongfully not loved. That's how I feel. So I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, I look at the Rams, and I'm like, all right, what do I have in the playoffs? What's important? A good running game is important because, you know, depending on where the game is, might be a little cold, might, you know, you gotta, you know, generate the football. I remember playoff Lenny. He carried the Bucks to the Super. Like, he didn't carry the Bucks to the Super Bowl, but it was him that playoffs. Tom Brady was a great regular season. Playoffs, that was Leonard Fournette to me that whole time. And then that defense. See, look at the Bucks, that three-headed monster that we talk about in the running back, they good. But Kyrie Williams, the Blake Corum, they good.
Let's not forget about the receivers that step up too. That guy McLaughlin or whatever his name is, like he's shown up, man. Like
is he Nakua? No. Is he Cooper Kupp?
He's not Nakua, but they need him to do what he needs to do. And when his name is called, he's in the end zone somehow. And Mike Evans is getting all the yards.
If Chris Godwin can find a way to come back to the playoffs, oh my God. Because I remember when he got hurt, there's an outside chance that he can make the playoffs. And I'm like, at that time, I'm like, Bucks make the playoffs? Now I'm like, Bucks are dangerous if they make the playoffs. And I mean, look, I always take the guy who's won the Super Bowl over the guy. But like Baker Mayfield, I'm telling you, he's either gonna throw 10 interceptions or he's gonna throw for 500 yards. It's just he's kind of like, he has that Brett Favre shit to him where it's like, I'm about to throw this rock. And I like that kind of player. You know what I mean? Like, you know what?
He's matured. He's matured a lot. And I really, really, really like Baker a lot. I do. I'm a big Baker fan.
One day we're gonna say the same shit about Josh Allen. I can't wait for that to happen.
Never. Fuck that shit.
You want to say right now you don't love Tom Brady? I love Tom Brady right now. You know how I was talking about him like a couple years ago. Tom Brady, I love Tom Brady. I look forward to it.
He's enjoyable, but he still lives in my house of horrors. He's still the guy that opens the door. Come on in.
Remember, all right, the Knicks used to get destroyed by Michael Jordan. But guess what? House of horrors. But guess what? Everybody in New York, who's your favorite player? Michael Jordan.
I love Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan. He's my favorite basketball player. I know, but it's different. It's different with football. It's different with football.
Oh,
You don't see no motherfuckers rooting for Tom Brady in New York. You don't see
you're right.
It
is
different.
different football. It is
Michael
different.
Jordan was a generational, like, world known player. Okay.
Shit, I watched LeBron James beat the shit out of the Sixers many times. So yeah, but like I'm not a Sixers fan no more. So, but nah.
Well, LeBron signed his death warrant when he wanted to host the fucking the decision thing, and that's when the world started to hate him, because Michael Jordan would have never done that. So I'm sorry, and I know it was for charity and all that. I'm not bashing him, but you know that's the reason why a lot of people can't stand LeBron.
Because he did a show, because he did a television thing.
Bro, you know it's the reason why. Everybody loved LeBron before that.
The fact that people are still hanging on to that shit, go suck a dick. I'm sorry.
We are the same. We are the same. But I'm just saying that's the reason why Michael Jordan thugged it out and made a documentary about why he hated Scottie Pippen so much to show what they did in the last go.
At that time, they didn't do lead the team. The teams owned your rights. You wasn't going nowhere. Larry Bird was never going nowhere. Magic Johnson, Dr. J, they don't leave. They stay right there. That was just the way it was. Free agency, like Shaq went from Orlando Magic NBA Finals to the Lakers, to the Heat, to Phoenix, to Boston. Ain't nobody say shit about him leaving nowhere. He's the most dominant center of all time. Like Kobe Bryant asked out of LA. He said, "I'm playing for the Bulls." They said, "No, Kobe, please. I'm gonna play for the Clippers." "No, Kobe, please." "All right, we're gonna trade Kobe Bryant for Paul Gasol." Boom, thank you. LeBron, they wasn't doing that shit. It's Cleveland, bro. They didn't do. Come on, bro. They couldn't get shit done.
You don't have to. Why are you telling me? We're on the same show. We agree. I'm just telling you the reason why. You know.
Everyone started hating him at that time. I became more of a fan. I doubled down. I'm like, y'all need to chill out. I respond to hate. So like,
I hated him for a month.
Players that getting hated on, like, I would say I'm gonna latch on to him a little bit more because I have to defend them. Like
I hate him for a month, and I'm over it.
Hey, sorry, bro.
He was gonna go to the Knicks. He was literally gonna go to the Knicks, and then he chose that.
No, he's about to go to the Bulls, bro. That was him and
the Knicks, the Bulls, and the Heat were the three teams. So I had a dog in the fight. Let's not go on this. This is the next topic. Come on, don't worry about it. I'm just giving you. You know it, and I know it. You're just want to be unk right now.
Anyway, same conversation. We gonna switch to the AFC though. Last week I said nobody talking about the Bucks. This week I'm saying nobody talking about the Broncos, dog. The Broncos is just quietly.
I hate that team.
Why?
Because we should have beat them. Once we lost to them, that's when everything fucking fell to shit.
But clearly it wasn't a bad loss when you look back. Like, you got to think, this team is good. That team is on a 4-game winning streak. Sean Payton is just as Mike Tomlin is looking like a genius for reviving Wilson's career. Sean Payton is looking like a genius for saying, "I'm good on Russell Wilson. Let me go draft my own guy and make my own quarterback." I feel like he was able to he got Drew Brees at a time where Drew Brees lost himself. Like, thought his career was done. The Dolphins said, "Nah, we good." So he was able to conform Drew Brees to what he wanted. That's why he couldn't. He got older and fatter while Jameis Winston was back there. Oh my God, I can't make this dude make the right read. Jesus, Derek Carr. He's like, "All right, I'm good. I'm retired." Anyway, I'm retiring. But now he's got somebody straight out of college. I can mold him. Russell Wilson was too far going. So I look at the Broncos. I'm like, there ain't nobody talking about them. And then up until last week, the Chargers was on that same kind of path. So if I'm Kansas City, who am I more scared of? The Chargers or the Broncos?
I would say the Chargers.
Why?
Because they have a good they both got good defenses.
I think they got
flip a coin. Honestly, flip a coin.
No, that's not what we do. You got to pick a team.
The Broncos offense doesn't scare me as much as the Chargers offense scares me with a guy that's been, or they both have been to the Super Bowl. One has won it, but not the guy on the Chargers. I don't know.
It's tough.
It's I can give an argument for both. Sean Payton has the know-it-all to do it, to get you there in a short span. He's literally a cockroach. He'll live forever when it comes to doing this football shit. And then Harbaugh, like, he's no slouch either. In his first year with the team, everyone was expecting him to win like 4 or 5 games, and it's flipped. They got 9 wins, man. They're
51% to one team, 49% to the other team.
What does that mean?
If it's 50-50 for you, but give 51% to one and 49% to the other.
I'm gonna give it to the Chargers.
Okay.
I like the team construction more. I mean, there's going to be names that we're going to learn with the Broncos, but they've got names already over there with the Chargers.
So remember that year that Tebow, speaking of Tebow, golly, Tebow again. The year that Tebow made that playoffs with that bum-ass Broncos team and threw this miracle touchdown to God rest his soul, Demarius Thomas, and they beat the Steelers in the playoff game. I don't want to play the Broncos. The Chargers, in our life, the Chargers have been disappointing us our whole lives. We've been waiting for them to do something right. They were up 27-0 against Trevor Lawrence just 2 years ago and couldn't even get that shit done.
But your boy ain't Marty Schottenheimer, okay? Your boy ain't Marty Schottenheimer.
The Broncos, bro. I don't know what it is about that team. If I'm Kansas City, if I'm Baltimore, Buffalo, whatever, I ain't trying to see. I'm not trying to see the Broncos. I just need them to remember Cincinnati, right? They didn't know what they didn't know. They were just happy to be there. Whoop, we're in the Super Bowl. Holy shit, we're in the Super Bowl. The Broncos, they don't know no fucking better. Sean Payton does, but that team, bruh, rookie quarterback. Cortland Sutton by himself with some other receivers I can't think of. Running backs outside of Javonte Williams, I can't name, unless you're like deep into fantasy football. That defense is top, led by, to me, the best corner in the league, Patrick Surtain. Like, I ain't trying to see none of that, bro. Because Sean Payton, been there, done that. I feel like he's the type that's just going to pull some shit out of his sleeve you ain't never seen before. He's that much of a genius. So between those two, the Chargers, cool. Yeah, I see, but for me, I ain't trying to see these holes in Denver now. You have to go play a game at Denver now because the Kansas City will host. But I would not want to play a game at Denver either. That's terrible. All right, moving on. I don't want to, I'm not going to get too deep into the Eagles shit or the Jets shit, but this is our last show of the year. So I do want to just give me your outlook. Give me your shit on don't review this year. You got to worry about it. What are you looking forward to coming off of a win, by the way? Devontae Adams, 198 yards, bro. Like, the dude went crazy. Aaron Rodgers looked good too. So they're leaving you with some good, maybe some positivity there. But what are you looking forward to in 2025? Like, what are your top the top priorities that you feel like you're looking forward to in 2025 with this team? And what do you realistically expect to happen?
What do you think? Like, it's a no-brainer. Nail the head coach, nail the GM. That's what they got to do. They have to have somebody that can build this locker room back up and get Aaron the fuck up out of there, man. Go fuck his ayahuasca movie. I know it's out. Fuck that stupid ass movie. I don't give a shit. I hate that guy. He's a boy amongst men. Like, he just has no accountability. He can't do no wrong. He's Mr. Perfect. This guy and this. Fuck him, man. They need to nail the GM spot. I really, really want Louis Riddick. That's who I want. I would love to have Louis Riddick.
That would be dope, bro. That is somebody at ESPN when he speaks. I'm like,
he's smart. He did this shit too. He did this shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
He did in Washington.
Yeah.
And I think he's a very smart.
He worked with the Eagles for some time too, actually.
Yeah. I want Louis Riddick. I think that would be a great hire for us to get. And I really want them to try and please, if they could do it, bring back Rex Ryan. I don't know who they're going to be interviewing for the job. They interviewed, they have been tying people to it. Aaron Glenn said he wanted to have his hat in there. Like, listen, Aaron, I appreciate it, but no, I don't want you
It'll
to.
be more of the same with him.
I
Don't let Hard Knocks fool you, by the way.
I think Aaron Glenn is going to have a great career, maybe even as a head coach when his name is called. But if I were to pull somebody, I would want Ben Johnson from them. That's who I would want.
I think obviously he's the wonder kid. He's what everybody wants. I feel like for whatever reason, Chicago with the rookie quarterback, basically Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it would make sense. Vrabel, that's who we're looking at. Mike Vrabel. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad with Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
I think that'd be a good guy. But the thing is what are we going to retain from this team? What are we going to take away from the bullshit that we did this year? A lot of top talent players in the league on our team. Let's be honest. There's a lot of big name players on our team that are underperforming. And we have a guy on the team that has strong-armed the organization and can't take accountability, isn't a good locker room guy, all about himself. I just don't like it. I got it. I got why it was like that in Green Bay. I get it. But here you got to come into it's like getting hired by a new job. You want to be the likable guy. You don't want to come in there and make everybody hate you day one. I mean, we all work with that guy that got hired and everybody hated him from day one. But that's the guy we don't want. That's the guy we don't want. And I just got to nail this GM. Got to nail because your boy Joe Douglas, I came around to him. I really did. But at the end, I think everything was taken away from him like they do with the players, that the Jets do. And I think he saw the writing on the wall and he's like, you know what? Just fire me. Get rid of me. And I'm not even mad at him. I'm actually happy for him. Okay? So I give Joe Douglas his props. He missed some drafts. He nailed some drafts. But I think we have to get a guy that has a good mindset of what he wants to do. I saw they're like looking at the Falcons assistant GM, which why are we doing that? If you just went and got Kirk Cousins and you just benched him, that doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever,
The draft pick is starting to make more sense now.
But still, that's money you could have spent somewhere else. That's money you could have spent somewhere else because his wife wanted to come home. Fuck that. Give a fuck about your wife. They
probably would have had the same record that they have right now too. So had they just went with the kid that they were going to draft in the first place and not even. But yeah,
have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up, man. This team, man, it's giving me everything to hold on and be like I'm a fan. I really hate them. I hate them because day in and day out they disappoint me. And when they win, I'm not even happy. Like I'm not happy that they won. That's how shitty it is. Like at this point, just suck and get a good draft pick. But they do shit like this. They'll probably win the next 3 games and be in the middle of the pack and get bullshit again. They'll always get good defensive players.
They call that purgatory.
Yeah, this team is hell. They don't know. They don't have identity. Saleh was the guy for the job, and they gave up on him too soon. I think they really gave up on him too soon. And I think Woody Johnson is just a horrible owner with a big ego that wants to be kind of like Jerry Jones. You're going to listen to what I say, and this is what it is. He looks all fun and cute on TV. Yeah, you like the chain, Woody? Yeah, Sauce got me this. Fuck you, bro. Go do your Trump shit and shut the fuck up. Like, they need to find a way to put talent again on, because a lot of these guys are on 1 years, and a lot of these guys are going to be free agents, and I know we locked up Quinnen Williams. I don't know what's up with Devontae Adams. I don't know if Aaron leaves, if he's going to be gone too. We got to start worrying about Sauce. We got to start worrying about Brees. We got to start worrying about Garrett Wilson because we know those boys can do what they do. At one point in the season, Garrett Wilson
was happy.
Huh?
Garrett Wilson happy to be there.
Oh yeah, you saw that? Because I saw it. I was like, yeah, talk back. Don't respect your elders. Fuck them. Because he's right. I want to throw him the fade. Throw him the fade every time. He gets it. I'd be pissed too. Losing by 1 point losing by a wide open receiver because you're looking for your boy Devontae. Like, come on, man. Come on. And I told you this because remember they were like, oh, Garrett Wilson is happy because his idol is playing with him. Fuck that. I want to be better than my idol, man. It's his team. It's his team. Devontae, thank you for being there. I love you being there, bro, but
He's the best receiver on the team. I'm sorry, but let's just be honest. It don't matter what it is for Garrett Wilson. Devontae Adams is the best. Bro, the people just
I know, bro. I understand that, but you got to get him the ball too. You've got to get him the ball too.
I agree. I'm just saying though, like
you got to get.
I understand why I'm looking at Devontae Adams a little bit longer than I'm looking at you.
It's like if Justin Jefferson was traded to the Giants and he was playing with Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors would feel a certain type of way too because he's been there, and this is a new team that he's at. I get it. I completely get it.
I mean, we did that with We drafted Devontae, and then the next year we got A.J. Brown, and they cool. They chilling. They chilling. So
I need them to like stop toying with the fans, man. Stop doing this shit. Stop being cute. Put together a team that is gonna work. And I really believe the first year of the Aaron Rodgers thing, I felt like it was gonna work. I felt like I saw
3. I remember.
Shit, I said 12 this year, man. Like I gave it another run, but like I'm a realist now, man. Just win 5 games and I'll be happy, I guess, with this team, man. But they're forever in purgatory, man, until I ever like I mean, I'm not the only fan. Like listen to the fans too. Don't go out and just be like, yeah, we hired. Like I'll never forget I can't even remember his name, the weird-eyed guy that the Bears had and the Dolphins had.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they wanted him. Why? Why did you want him? He's horrible. He's not even in the NFL anymore. Man, it's sad being a Jets fan, bro. Like it sucks. I told like 3 people over the weekend, like they were talking about sports. Oh, you're a Jets fan, right? I was like, no, I'm not. They were just like, come hug me, man. You can come get a hug. I was like, fuck, man, I'm not.
It's not your fault.
It sucks, man. This team is not demanding greatness. They're not. They're demanding like to be competitive again.
I would say you kind of like Detroit, but like Detroit.
But it's baby steps, Kay. It's like Detroit had to crawl a very long time before they could walk now. It took the right people to get in there. They've had all the talent for so many years and just couldn't do it. Now the Jets are like in the same thing. We have all the talent, but we don't have anybody guiding them. And it's DJ Reed is arguably one of the best corners in football. If you look at his numbers and catch rates, like he's doing his thing, but he's getting older as the days go. And he's got arguably in my books the best corner on the other end doing his job.
Whoa.
No, there's no whoa there. You can believe what you want. That's my best corner. But DJ Reed is it's like Revis and Cromartie all over again. We got two of the best in the business doing it.
How many kids you got?
Who, DJ Reed?
Yeah, that's funny.
How many more years he got? Shit, I don't know. They'll probably trade him next year to the Chargers.
Kids does he have?
He ain't got Cromartie numbers. No one got Cromartie numbers. They just I'm not even looking forward to free agency. I hope they can retain a lot of these guys that are on the team that are plug-ins or rotational guys, but nail the draft, nail the head coach hire, and nail the GM. GM is big for me. The head coach.
That's a big deal.
If they better be on the same page. It better be on the same page. And if you hire a black head coach and a GM, and you get rid of them within like 2 years, then you're a racist, Woody. I'm gonna say it right now. You're a straight racist.
You're a racist.
Fuck them.
All right, and then real quick, with Philly, is this what y'all wanted to see? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, why y'all keep trying to muddy my waters, bro? Like every time I took screenshots of the shit that they were saying after the game. Yelling at Nick Sirianni. Oh, why is Jalen Hurts doing this? Oh my God. Just like everybody, like it was still negative comments about us. I get it. Nobody likes us, dog. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care, dog. Every time it's something negative. They've been trying to break us up since T.O. and Donovan McNabb. It's been working. Okay, we don't break up this shit though. I'm sorry, bro. We good. We solid over here, bro. Like Nick Sirianni, bro. I was on one of the little Eagles pages, and I concurred. I got it. I was like, when you down in the dumps, A-Rod, sometimes all you need is a haircut, bro. You go to the barbershop.
Toothpick. A toothpick makes everything better.
You go to the barbershop. You know it too, bro. This happens to me all the time. You leave
that right now. I gotta wait till Saturday.
On Friday, I put the appointment in this morning. I was like, I
put mine in on Friday.
I had music playing in my head. I was like, oh shit. That dude Nick Sirianni got his head. He's like, yo, take it all off. He probably went to Great Clips. You know what I'm saying? It was probably this nice young lady, and she made him feel good, dog. Like he left that barber chair. He hasn't lost a football game since. The shit that Dan Campbell's doing wrong, Nick Sirianni's like, oh, I'm gonna kick the field goal now. I'm like, damn, you kicking the field goal for real? Like he started to look like a coach that I don't hate no more. Because at one point, you know how it was, bro. I was like, yo, everyone kept asking me. It was for a week and a half long. 30 people asked me, yo, do you like Nick Sirianni?
I got the temp check from my girl. She was like, they fucking hate him in Philly right now.
Bruh, it was wild, dog. I was like, nah, fuck this. I was on the same bullshit. But hey, Britney Spears shaved her head. Sometimes you got
not the same, bro. It's not the same.
But no, on the real though, sometimes you just need a haircut, dog, because shit, it's been all peachy cream since dog. Our last drive of the game, we didn't give the ball back to him, dog. We took 10 minutes and 26 seconds. I haven't started the Hard Knocks yet. I can't wait to start Hard Knocks. I wanted to see how Mike Tomlin reacted to that shit. They didn't get the ball back after 10 minutes and 27 seconds. That's all I got to say. So, coming for y'all, dog. I'm just saying. All right. This might be our last pickup of the season. We'll see. Might be. Because when we get, how many weeks is it? We'll see. But we'll keep the pickups going, actually, but we just gonna do it telephonically, and then we're gonna post them. That's what we're gonna do, so that we can be held accountable. So we'll keep the picks going. So this week, Thursday Night Football, we have the aforementioned Denver Broncos at the aforementioned LA Chargers. Guys, I was just studying for the SAT, so aforementioned is my word of the day, and I'm so happy I get to use it twice.
Good.
We got the Broncos are underdogs at plus 125. Chargers minus 150. The game's at Los Angeles. Thursday Night Football. What you got?
The Chargers, they're at home.
Oh, shit. Chargers ain't got no fans. I'm going with the Broncos. Fuck it. I am going with the Broncos. I don't know why.
Parlays, people.
I don't know why, y'all, but I'm going with the Broncos here. All right. Pittsburgh. Get a rematch with the Ravens. Lamar is like on a revenge tour. He came off of that bye week. He said, I'm about to kill. We got the Steelers after Ravens. Steelers are underdogs at plus 225. That's a nice value there. At the Ravens, minus 275. I don't know anything about the spread. I didn't write that down. Russ gonna lose 2 in a row, or Ravens gonna stay on that tear? What you got?
It's hard for me to pick against Mike Tomlin, man, but I feel like Lamar's doing after that last game, and it's hard to beat a team twice, especially in your division. I'll probably be wrong here. I'm sorry, Mikey T. I'm going to pick the Ravens.
Yeah, I got to pick the Ravens too, because if Lamar loses to you twice this year, bro, any MVP talks, we can't have that. And I still got him on my short list of keeping him on my MVP shit, so I'm going to go. But Coach of the Year, I still get probably Mike Tomlin too.
Mikey T, man. Mikey T, please, Mikey T.
The Steelers didn't get no favors, bro. They got like 3 games in the next like 10 days because they got Saturday, then they play Thursday, then they play like they got some crazy shit going on. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna rock with the flock here. I'm going with the Ravens, and that's a Saturday game. All right, the Jaguars. This is the toilet bowl. It is the toilet bowl. The Jags are at the LA Raiders. Two teams that are not trying to win any football games. And I did this game on purpose because somebody's got to lose. The way Tankathon has it right now, because of whatever tiebreaker, Las Vegas currently has the number 1 pick, and the Giants are at 2. Jacksonville's at 4. Okay, and so Las Vegas trying to get Shedeur Sanders. They made that crystal clear. The Jags don't necessarily need a quarterback, and we saw Mac Jones try to cook y'all last week. So the Jags are traveling to Las Vegas. What do you have here?
Man, I really want to pick a tie.
Dog, that would be the most hilarious because clearly they're trying to lose if it's a tie. But you got to pick a winner here, brother.
Give me the Raiders. East Coast going West Coast. I know that they're trying to tank, but I feel like they're going to be somewhat competitive. And I just really hate Mac Jones. I think he's the most. I sent you guys the clip, the most cockiest, worst player ever in football. So,
hey, he did that. Keep in mind, Mac Jones was a Pro Bowler at one point. However you want to.
Everybody opted out.
And he gritted his shit onto that end zone, baby. So I want Shedeur Sanders to go to Las Vegas. So I'm selfishly going to pick the Jags because I don't want to see Shedeur Sanders in New York. I don't want to see him with the Richard Millie in New York. I ain't trying to see none of that good positive vibes there. They can have Kim Ward. I want to see Shedeur Sanders in Las Vegas. I think it's better for TV. So I think they already committed to Desmond Ridder, and we know he's trash. We just watched it last night. He's ass. So they've already made that choice. So as long as Brock Bowers is still getting some love, because I need you for fantasy, baby. I need you, dog. I need you. I'm gonna rock with the Jags, though, because Vegas ain't trying to win this shit. If they bench Brock Bowers, I'm gonna be so mad because that's my championship right there. But yeah, give me the Jags here. You pick the Raiders?
Yeah.
All right, I love it. All right, now we got two teams coming off of bad losses that we didn't even talk about them in the early part. We got the 49ers hanging by a thread versus the Miami Dolphins. Like, we can still sneak in somewhere. Two desperate teams. Both gotta win or it's over. We got 49ers traveling to Miami. Miami is the favorite here, by the way. Who you got?
Me, San Fran. Miami fucked up when they got rid of Odell Beckham.
For what? He ain't done shit.
I know he ain't done shit, but he's just that guy. He's that guy.
I'm rocking with Miami here, dog. I'm rocking with Miami, man. I
don't want to see Miami in the playoffs either.
49ers are ass, dog. They don't play. Bro, Deebo Samuel is trash. Now, no offense. You're not trash. My bad, dog. You're not trash. You beat my ass, okay? Deebo Samuel is not playing up to the level that I expect to see him play.
Me too.
They don't got they like the football gods have like, yeah, we don't want y'all to be good this year. So Chris McCaffrey, get on down, bro. I'm telling you, it's in the script. So they'll get a good draft pick, maybe, whatever. But yeah, I'm rocking with the Dolphins here. And then last but not least, our local favorites, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, favorited on the road on Sunday Night Football at Dallas Cowboy AT&T Stadium. We got the Bucs visiting the Cowboys. Cowboys look pretty good. I know against the Panthers, they look pretty good in that game. Cooper Rush looked pretty good. Defense was on point. But Buccaneers looked fantastic against the Chargers. So we got two impressive victories. Heads got to collide here, man. Where we going here?
Fire the cannons, man, because boys can't win at home.
Yo, I'm proud of you. You rock with the Bucs, dog. I'm proud of you. Tampa, Florida. I'm going with the Bucs. Dog. Beat the shit out of the Cowboys. I would love to see that personally. So yeah, we lockstep. Fire the cannons. All right, let's move on to the National Basketball Association. Now, as we are speaking right now, the NBA Cup is on. It is a good game, 51-50. We got the Milwaukee Bucks playing the OKC Thunder. Two teams that are on different kind of paths right now. You look at the Thunder; they're number one in the West. They were number one in the West last year. They've been looking solid all year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been on a tear. And then we got Milwaukee, who last week you said fear the deer. You said they coming for everybody. Well, they found their way into the championship game of the NBA Cup. They seem a little bit more motivated compared to the earlier part of the year. So before I get, because there's a few things I want to talk about in the NBA, but I do want to start with just based on the fact that the NBA Cup championship game is going on right now. As of right now, OKC is a plus 375 to make the NBA to win the NBA championship, with Milwaukee being like a plus 2250. So I think that was good enough for like third place and eighth place or some shit like that, or second place, third place and eighth place, some shit like that. Anyway, based on who the teams are and where they're headed, and what we know about these two teams, who is the better bet to you to make the NBA Finals? OKC out of the West or Milwaukee out of the East?
OKC.
Okay, I'll see why. Because what's what? OKC?
Because they're just young and scrappy team, man. They do everything right. They're growing together as a team. They have fun in the interviews. They do everything right, man. They're what you want. It's hard to find young talent and pierce it together at the same time.
You know why I disagree?
Why?
Because
Glenn?
Last year, Luka and Kyrie were the fourth seed or fifth seed or whatever. They played OKC. OKC looked lost because they don't got no grown up. But so you need to have a grown up in the room.
So,
but he ain't no fucking grown up. I'm sorry, dog. He's a child. He's still a child. They don't have a grown up in the room. Like Milwaukee.
Oh, they're gonna get somebody. They're gonna get somebody.
All of what you want. Bobby Porter, Brook Lopez, Torian Prince, Giannis.
They got one of these.
They got some grown-ups in the room. And I watched Game 7. Giannis Antetokounmpo go drop 50 to go win the NBA championship.
He's having an MVP year again, too.
He's my vote right now for the MVP. We're gonna talk about MVP a little bit. He's my vote for MVP. And you look at the end of the day, the playoffs, who do you want? You want the young, scrappy team, or you want the Hall of Famer? Like, at the end of the day, I got two top 75 players. No matter how bad Glenn be coaching sometimes and Coach Pockets be coaching sometimes, at the end of the day, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard for this reason. And so, like, last year they weren't healthy, so in the playoffs, so we didn't even get to really see it. If I got Kobe and Shaq, I don't care who the coach is, bro. We're gonna be okay, dog. If I got Jordan and Pippen, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at this team, I'm like, yo, you got Dame and Giannis, y'all figure this shit out. And I have a feeling, you talked about you have a feeling. I think Jimmy Butler, you put him in that situation, lockstep. Oh my God. What he did for Joel Embiid, we haven't seen that anymore. I mean, we saw with an MVP since then, but he unlocked Joel Embiid. And Dame doesn't need to be unlocked, really. Giannis doesn't really need to be unlocked. I've seen both of them do crazy shit in the playoffs. But what Jimmy can do for that team, oh my God, man. Like, that's a team. Like, I'm gonna fear the veterans more than the kids. Like, remember that shit. LeBron with those bad teams that he had in Cleveland, the 2018 team, the 2015 team. They weren't that great, and he's walked them to the finals with bad coaching at all. He had David Blatt 1 year, Ty Lue getting soup poured on him the next year. Like, you have LeBron, you be all right. You got Giannis, who to me is right there at the top of the league. You should be all right. So I would say I fear the deer a little bit more than OKC in that kind of a scenario.
Glenn, man, but Glenn's there.
Yeah, but like I got Giannis. If it's win a championship, that's one thing. But to get to the championship, I think Milwaukee, like I think OKC will struggle in the playoffs still with Luka and Clay. I still think he'll struggle with him. I still think if it came down to it, I'm probably still gonna rock with Luka and Clay and Kyrie over SGA and Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. Like that's just me personally. But now speaking of these great players, it's like we're kind of like working our way to the All Star because we're gonna talk about the new NBA All Star format in a little bit. But we're on the path of a bunch of All Stars anyway, so might as well.
My crazy wacky that I wanted to say. Stephen A. beating Kenny Smith, man.
Oh my God! With his I thought this was stupid. And then I saw Kenny Smith's knees touching each other the way they were. I said, "Yo, Kenny Smith can't walk." Man, that's why he can't make free throws. He couldn't like get into a good form. Them knees is locked. So and Stephen A. been training with Lethal Shooter. He gets it now. He understands it now. So give him his credit. That was pretty crazy. But we got some NBA MVP candidates right now, right? Whew. Jokic is currently averaging a triple double in the this freaking mouse is currently averaging triple doubles for the now ninth place. What place is the Nuggets? The Nuggets are in fifth. Oh, they're 14-10. Okay, cool. But yeah, what's his name is averaging a triple double, Jokic. Let me get you his exact statistics here. Jokic is averaging 31 points a game, 13.3 rebounds a game. Oh, he just dropped under 10 assists. He's at 9.9 assists, but basically a triple double. You got Giannis averaging 32 points and 11 rebounds a game. You got Shea averaging 30 points a game. He's on a tear of like 20 straight 25 points a game. Luka just came back from and dropped a triple double, almost a 50-point piece on Golden State, and he's averaging a smooth 29 points a game. Not too much with the rebounds and assists this year as before, but he just still playing his ass off. And then you got Jason Tatum, the dude that nobody ever talks about, just over there in Boston. So in order, Jokic is the favorite right now at -115. SGA at +260, Luka at +700, Giannis at +700 as well, and then Tatum in fifth place at +1400. First of all, when do you think we're ever going to get an American MVP? And second of all, who is your MVP to this point?
My MVP is Giannis, and the way these boys from overseas, because they're hungrier than American players are. Long time. Giannis is mine though. From taking the Bucks from the fucking cellar to be in contention in the East, like you gotta give him props, and he's fucking playing amazing basketball, man.
Giannis is scoring more points a game than Jokic, and he's averaging like 2 less rebounds. So like 2 more points and then 2 less rebounds than Jokic. The thing that Jokic got is the assists. Now, look, LeBron James has 4 MVPs, right? If Jokic gets a 4th MVP, I'm just looking at the MVP award just differently now. I'm like, look, I know he's one of the greats, but come on, bro. Like, I don't know how they have voter fatigue with certain players, but with somebody like these NBA nerds, like the stat people, they be like creaming over this dude's wins above replacements and points per possession and shot accuracy, this true shooting percentage. That's why they keep giving the shit to Jokic. So I get it, cool, but I'm sorry, bro. I've actually looked forward. We were talking about Reggie Bush earlier. I've actually been looking forward to watch Giannis Antetokounmpo play basketball lately. I like the way he's been playing this year. Like he's got that same hunger and fire to him. And he's like a Shaquille O'Neal to me. He's like, yo, they can't stop you from doing shit, dog. So I think Giannis has been playing at an excellent level, and he's sitting at tied for third basically right now And then SGA, he's just been a consistent 30 a game. It's just, I wouldn't say it's boring. For the casual fan, it's boring. For me, I love the way he plays basketball. But he's not over there dunking on everybody or taking step back threes. He plays very good basketball game, all from the mid range. He'll take a couple threes here. He goes play great defense. So to me, I like him at the 2 slot. I just feel like I'd have Giannis number 1, SGA number 2, and then Jokic number 3, Luka, and then Luka 4. Now, just real quick with Tatum and Anthony Edwards and any other American player that we have, like, who do you feel like will be the guy that breaks through? Is he the American guy that will ever break through again for an MVP? Is it somebody in the league right now, or are we still waiting for this dude that's probably in college or high school?
I think he's in the league.
Okay. So you think Tatum can save him?
Man, no. Tatum too soft. Tatum is too soft, man. I'm watching that starting 5 with him, and like every time he comes on to talk, I'm like, fast forward.
Oh, come on.
He's
a grown up, dog.
No, bro, he just whack. Like, I feel like he wants to like be bougie, but he knows he can't. Like, I feel like he just wants to be some. I don't know. I don't think he has an identity crisis. I don't know. He's just corny. He's just corny as fuck to me, man. And I feel like.
Oh, let me watch this show so I can give an actual. Because, like, I think he's just a Midwest dude, bro. Like, we misunderstood in the Midwest, dog. I'm telling you. I understand him very well. It's a Midwest thing. I honestly believe that. So.
St. Lunatic, relax there.
Hey, St. Lunatics, baby. He a Midwest dude, baby. So, I feel like he's a good dude. But, yeah, we shit. I don't know if Ant-Man can win one. The way, I don't know, like, how they value it. Like, T-Mac has, what, 1 MVP? Does T-Mac ever win MVP? Yeah, scoring titles. Damn. They never gave T-Mac an MVP. That's how I see Anthony. I love T-Mac's one of my favorite basketball players of all time. Anthony Edwards, to me, is just like has that same kind of just killer type of shit that's cool as an NBA fan, but they may not vote. He doesn't have that complete package shit to him where he's like MVP. You know what I mean? He's just like Kobe has 1 MVP, dog. Like, it's certain players, they just don't be voting for MVP. And I thought he would be the guy, you know, like LaMelo, maybe not. Cooper Flag, probably not. I don't know. Like, it's just, I'm trying to think. Anthony Davis, to me, that's somebody who I feel like should be considered for MVP, and he does not get no love whatsoever. Because everyone just, his past, he can't ever escape his past, which sucks. So I'm like, damn, they just think you hurt all the time, and he been playing games, dog. He been playing, putting up 40 here, 30 here, 35. I'm like, bro, the dude is nice, but they don't give him no love whatsoever. All right. Now, speaking of the All-Stars, we have a new, with the effort of Adam Silver trying to make sure that we watch this basketball weekend and just praying that they can do something. They tried doing like the pick'em shit before, or like the street ball shit. They went back to the East to West thing. I don't know what they do anymore, but this year, announced yesterday and today, we have an official new NBA All-Star format. So there's going to be, they still have the 24 players, right? 12 and 12 from the East, 12 from the West. Fan vote, coaching vote, same shit. So they're going to have those 24 players, and then they'll take, they have like the Rising Star shit. They do a little tournament bracket there. They're going to take the Rising Stars and put them inside of, like, first of all, I don't know how that'll work if Rising Stars and All-Star at the same time. But anyway, it's going to be there's going to be 4 8-player teams. So 4 8-player teams. They're going to do like a little bracket style type of bullshit. And they'll play like to 40 points. So this 8 play against this 8, this play against this 8. And then the winner of those, they play each other. And then they play to 40. And boom. That is how they win the All-Star game. The championship team gets $125K per player. Second place team gets $50K per player. And then the third and fourth place teams get $25K per player for the tournament. So the tournament style thing now. there's a target score, so someone's gonna hit a game winning shot because you got to score 40. And now it's including the rising stars, which I don't understand, but they're considered all stars now, I guess maybe. How is this going to be something that makes you want to watch it any more than before?
He just wants to be like soccer, man. It's annoying. Just fucking do it. Adam Silver, listen to me. If you want to fix the All-Star game, make it East versus West and let them wear their home jerseys and their away jerseys. Whoever's hosting the venue, if it's the West team, they wear the home. The ones wear the away. That's all you got to do. Make it nostalgic for us. How about that?
What do you think about how baseball used to do it? With the winner of the All-Star game gets the home field advantage or home court advantage in the NBA. Do you think that's fair?
That is so dumb. I do, because like you're supposed to be putting on a show for everybody. Like think of it as like the wrestling event. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You don't want it to be super competitive where someone gets injured in it like that. Let them have fun. Let them do all the crazy.
But they used to be competitive and no one got hurt. Where did this notion? Like I remember Allen Iverson and Stephon Marbury and Reggie and Ray Allen, and they came back on these Johns over in the West. That day was one of the best days of my life because I'm Allen Iverson diehard fan, right? And I watched him take over in that fourth quarter along with Stephon Marbury, who I can't stand Stephon Marbury right now. He's annoying as hell. But anyway, I watched my favorite player of all time like dominate.
Back in the Garden, let that man be.
And they took that shit seriously. Now they just, bro, it's disgusting. Bro. Like I don't know. I feel like with the target score, that helps because like, games like you play basketball in the park. You like, what's the score? Who got count? Who got count? Like you have a target score. It makes it to me more enticing. I feel like the 4-team mini tournament shit though, that's just dumb. I like the target score shit. I think the tournament shit, like, just make it 12 versus 12 and have a target score. I don't know, do something. You got to do all this extra shit. But I don't know. It's like shit at some point when you've been watching the same shit over and over in your life. You understand that as a fan, you might get tired of something, but like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying too hard, bro. They're trying too hard, but.
Agree. They do. There's no consistency with the All-Star format now. It's changing every year. It was cute when they got to pick the players they wanted. That was fun. It was cute when the target score. It's cute when they named the award the Kobe Bryant Award. It's cute, all these things. But find something consistent because basketball is back. Everybody likes watching basketball again. Just find something consistent. That's it. I mean, it's just.
Well, ratings are down right now with basketball.
Ratings are Michael Jordan ain't playing no more. LeBron's getting older. Like I get it, but people enjoy. Like I hear people talk about basketball all the time. I understand the ratings and shit, but this ain't gonna make your ratings go through the roof. It's just not. American football will always be king. I'm so sorry, but it will always be king. And they could literally put the replacements out there to play. And people still watch that because that's what fucking people like. Hardcore hitting fucking shit. Tear his dick off. Fucking rip his head off,
Break his legs.
Basketball, they protect the players too much now. Everything is like a foul. They can't get away with anything anymore.
It's like step three, step back three, step back three. They be taking 93s a game now. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching, dog? I actually, you know what's crazy? This is the first year in a while that actually, at this point of the year, I've already watched more college basketball games than NBA games. College game, I like the fact that it has like a form to it. Like they run in offenses, they run in defense, they play in 2-3, they drop into the zone, they play in box 1, they call in motion. Basketball is just pick and roll, you flash in the corner, 3-pointer. Pick and roll, you flash in the corner, 3-pointer, 3-pointer. Jason Tatum, step back, 3-pointer. James Harden, step back. Lob, layup. It's predictable now. College basketball, that shit be fun, dog. I ain't gonna lie, the shit's been fun. So I love the game too much. I'm hoping for anything. Like, look, just make me want to watch basketball still. Like, don't make me like.
You lost us to the dunk contest already, so like.
When LeBron retires, I am nervous. I'm gonna have to go hard. Pause. I'm gonna have to go hard in the paint for Giannis now. I'm like, look, like I already gave you my short list. Giannis, Luka. I feel like Giannis is probably gonna be like just the guy that I want to continue to watch. Just I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge. But just real quick, MLB hot stove. This is your time. I know y'all signed Bellinger today, but what else? What else that we in the last 7 days has gone, or 6 days has gone on all day on the stove, on the hot stove in MLB?
I mean, it's been relatively quiet. We've been active. We signed Bellinger today, or we traded for Bellinger, and didn't have to give up much. We got Devin Williams, which I like that. He thought he was going to go to the Dodgers, and then we swooped in last second and got him. But other than that, I'm trying to run down the teams. There hasn't really been a lot of activity in the last few days. The big names that are still out there are third basemen Bregman and Arenado. Bregman's getting heavily looked at by the Mets now. You would think this idiot Cohen over there would be doing everything he can to bring back Pete Alonso, because I got a feeling we're gonna get him. I got this feeling we're gonna.
Oh, don't say that.
I got a feeling we're like, oh, you got Soto, well, we're gonna get Alonso, keep him in New York. I got a feeling.
Oh, like that.
Bregman is linked to the Red Sox and the Mets and the Yankees. And I don't get why the Red Sox would want him, because he's a third baseman. You got Rafael Devers there. What are you going to do with Devers? Doesn't make any sense to me. So, but yeah, I can't think of anything. Everything I keep looking at online is like speculations of who's going to get what.
And then, are you proud of, like, not proud, but are you happy with what the Yankees have done so far, though?
I'm very pleased with what they've been doing. Yeah, they're making the right moves. It's just, what's the bench going to look like? The pitching rotation looks pretty good now until they start ironing out who's really going to be there and who's not. Because I got a feeling Stroman's on the way out. I really wish they bring back Gleyber Torres, though, man. I don't think they are, though. And I think that's foolish of them, because the Yankees love him, and telling you, he was getting a hit every game in the postseason as the leadoff spot. We found the leadoff guy. So, and then we're gonna have to go through the Stanton woes again, man. You know, I love Stanton. I think he's great. I love what he did last year in the postseason. But we know how it is. Try and stay healthy, big man. Try and stay healthy. And he's just getting older each year he's here. But they love him, and he loves being in New York. You would have never thought he played for the Miami Marlins. But yeah, I mean, I keep up with it every day, and I haven't seen anything. Oh, the Orioles signed one of the Japanese players. I saw that. They went and got I can't think of his name. Not the big one. The big guy's still out there, I think. But yeah, the Blue Jays, I hear all the time looking at people laugh at that. The Padres laugh at that. The Mets, like, they got Juan Soto. What else are you gonna do, man? It's still an imperfect team. They haven't really made any splashes yet.
I just hope that they're satisfied with that. They're just like, all right, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, Yankee fans are like really over Soto. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't see, like, from the Yankee fan pages that I follow on Twitter, they're like, good riddance. You know, we can use that money. It's a lot of money to pay someone. You know, that's more than the captain makes. So if they can save that money and spend it on other players, and they're doing a good job of it. Cody Bellinger, I know since his MVP year as a rookie, like, he's definitely, or his rookie, his second year, I think it was, he's definitely no slouch. Like, he knows what to do. And Max Fried, when healthy, he's good. He's a lefty. We need a lefty, because I don't think Rondon is in it sometimes. He starts off hot and then, shaky. And then Devin Williams, I know everybody remembers the home run he gave up last year to lose the game, but still, he had an ERA of 1.9. Like, what more can you want from a closer? And he's always solid. He's always a guy that I've looked at and like, that's the guy I would want on my team. But I'm happy with what they're doing. I need a little bit more. We need to find out what we're going to do with first and third base, and I guess Chisholm will play second if that's what they're going to do. But we just need to lock down those positions, and I'll feel more comfortable. So
All right, cool. I ain't got no updates because we really done some shit.
it's been quiet. Like a lot of the big guys, the big name is signed is Juan Soto, and everything else will just fall into play when the winter meetings are done now. So they're gonna fall apart. People are gonna go back. They're gonna talk and do what they got to do. But it's been very, very quiet. Usually at the winter meetings, like I remember Stanton got moved and now Juan Soto signed. It's usually like another All-Star game kind of thing, but with free agency.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty quiet this offseason so far.
All right, cool. All right, now before we wrap it up, pause. I would like to put like a bow on the 2024. Kind of just let me look at this. Hold up. Yeah. This is yeah. Because yeah. I mean, just from my perspective, yeah. We'll be back next year. Probably, yeah. We'll be back next year, guys. So, put a bow on the year. What would you say were your top moments of the year, sports wise?
Top moment this year for me?
Plural. It could be more than
one. Like for my team or just something to watch?
In general, just like favorite. Like this is just a year. The year in reviews. It's just top sport moment. Like for me, like LeBron James. First of all, in the Olympics when they were in that water, and he was holding that flag like Captain America, and he had the rain and shit. Like he's about to go walk into someone's trap and take over their trap. Yeah, that was like Paul Revere's bullshit, whatever. Yeah, that was the beginning of it. And then him, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry flexing and shit, like high-fiving each other, like they just won the gold medal because they did. The culmination of that moment to that moment and everything in between with all the Dowd and this and Tatum and this and that was my favorite moment, though. And then Steph Curry going crazy in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. I guess my 3 would be that Olympic game was, oh my God, that was one of the best. I sat the whole entire time and watched it. It was so great to watch.
Yeah.
I say bring home the gold and put France to bed. And it was scary because they were down and then they came back and it was like, oh shit.
Because the game before, that's when they played Jokic in them. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Jokic in them. Wasn't it Jokic in them? No. Whatever it was. And they were losing the whole game until that fourth quarter. Then they came back in that one. The France one was that shit was just teetering the whole time. And then Yabusele dunked on LeBron. And everybody like, oh shit. And that dunk alone got him a contract with the Sixers. They said, oh shit, you over here still? Come on.
Yeah.
But nah, that was that whole situation, that whole Olympic shit. I mean, we dealt with that chick that was breakdancing. She's officially retired. By the way, after like a month ago, she was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm here, I'm her, I did this and this. I'm like, you ain't shit, dog.
Hey, she was in the playoffs for meme of the year, so she got to the quarterfinals.
There you go. So
I say
she didn't win. Yeah, we would have beat that.
No, dude, Turkish shooter, bro. It's Turkish shooter.
That was another cool moment. The Olympics always brings out a lot of the cool moments. I would just say that whole situation was just, everybody was like united. It was like, this country, we had an election this year. It's divided as hell, right? But during the Olympics, bro, we lockstep. We in a lockstep for Team USA. It's like, all right, y'all, let's lock in. And I feel like that was just a cool moment. Everybody was just like on that same wavelength. You wake up in the morning, Simone Biles go already? Like, you checking the phone, like, you trying to see what time Simone gonna play. Oh, we USA play at what time? We looking at the swimming team, Ledecky about to do what? Like, it was just, I love that unity that the shit kind of brings together. Like, I just, I can imagine, like, being in a country that's actually good at soccer during the World Cup. That shit get crazy over there. Like, it's literally Portugal versus the world, Greece versus the world, on Greece.
Yeah, Spain. Imagine the high Spain's on right now. Spain won the Euros and then they won the World Cup, for what do you call it? Whatever the soccer one is, World Cup for Olympics. So yeah. They won that.
So like, that's how I can imagine how that feeling would be. But that's how it feels like the Olympics. It's like, shit, how many gold medals we got? Oh shit, China right there. Oh shit, what West France doing? Oh shit, yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, the Olympics all together were good, but basketball definitely put the cherry on
That
top.
was
Yeah. Real Madrid winning Champions League was big for me. I really enjoyed watching their run to greatness in Champions League this year. With the powerhouse we have, it's fucking driving me nuts.
Would that be your best champion? Like, who would you say your best champion of the year is?
For Champions League,
No, your best champion. Period. Like, out of all the teams that won championships this year, who was like your favorite or like the best champion to you this year?
I mean, what Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are doing, I mean, it's like, come on, man, you can't deny greatness there. If they're gonna do a three back to back and do three, it'd be crazy. It's hard not to crown them king. The Dodgers, they had a lot of money. Same thing with Real Madrid, a lot of money. And then basketball, who won back the Celtics? Maybe the Celtics, because we
Celtics had the best team. I would say they had. I think the Celtics on paper had just when Kristaps was playing, it was like, oh shit, they got the best team in the fucking world. I had never seen a team like this. But like, I don't know who won hockey. I don't remember who won hockey. The Dodgers. The Dodgers.
Yeah, but they had all that money. We expected them to win.
I think that was
my last one for me is the Yankees making the World Series again. It was good to see them in the World Series.
And that was going to be my favorite championship moment was the Dodgers beating the Yankees this year. I feel like we got to see the two premier teams in baseball finally in a long first time in a while. Was it 30 years or shit like that? Finally got to see it again. And, it started off like, oh shit, Dodgers about to beat the brakes off of them. And shit started getting spooky. And the fifth inning, right after we were done shooting this episode, A-Rod said, man, just
shooting this episode, I was shoot myself.
I just know if you leave him in too long, what's going to happen? And just like he predicted, like clockwork. That moment to see the Dodgers like come out of that hole because they were about to get blown out, and all they did was score a run, and the willpower of the Yankees dissipated. Like I had never seen shit like that in my life. And then you realize we got Otani. I mean, we got Aaron Judge, we got Juan Soto and shit, but they just got a lot of shit over there in Los Angeles, and we got to make business decisions on whether or not we should walk so so that Freddie Freeman could get like what are we doing? So I feel like that game one, he hit that grand slam to send that bitch to get that dub.
Let's not talk about it anymore. I get it. It was great.
I'm sorry, that was my favorite championship moment. That shit was dope to me. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That Dodgers team was dope to me. But you would say
we'll give them that. It was a dope team.
And we kind of knew going into the year, like, well, we know who's probably coming up the NL. And then you all had a really good shot, obviously, and it ended up being what it was. So I think that just having the Yankees versus the Dodgers in general, it was dope in itself. And then being selfishly the outcome, I appreciate it more because I don't really fuck with the Yankees, so it is what it is. So I do, for whatever reason, I don't mind the Dodgers. They're the same team, but I don't know. But anyway, what athletes are you looking forward to watching in 2025?
A new Yankees roster for sure. Giannis and Ant-Man for sure. And football, Mike Evans getting another 1,000 yards.
Okay.
Soccer, I love all soccer. I could watch anybody play soccer.
Somebody like maybe Marcus Rashford. What happens with him?
I mean, we'll see what happens with him. I don't believe the hype on that though. I really don't. I really don't. I think this guy's trying to feel things out. It might be. It would just suck for I know we as a collective, the four of us kind of I love the guy, rag on Marcus Rashford, but a lot of things that he's done for Man United, I know he's probably underperformed, but then when we say underperforms, he scores like 15 goals or 20 when you're. But I think there's an identity crisis going along in Manchester United. I think they finally found the guy for the job. They obviously just waxed Man City when they were down 1-0, which was funny.
Shit. I stopped watching the game because like I was home alone on Sunday. I was already in a bad mood. And I was like, yeah, I ain't watching this shit no more. And then I get the update on my phone in the 89th, I think it was 88th, 89th minute, it's 1-1. I said, oh, what? Okay. And then boom. Fuck him, dog. Man City. But anyway, I would say who I'm looking for.
Off season is always fun. Soccer off season is always fun, and the transfer window is always fun.
Oh yeah. And they be paying buku dollars for that shit. Football, I'm looking forward to see what Jalen Hurts does in the playoffs. I want to see him. I want to see him go on a revenge tour.
I'm going to Philly. I'm probably going to a Philly tailgate. Any Philly fans out there, here's your chance to pull me in. My girl can't do it. He can't do it. Find me a reason to pull me in.
I mean, shit, it's easy, bro. Just look at the product. And our green look better than y'all green too. Anyway,
we got 50 shades of green. We got one.
Let's see what Jalen Hurts does in the playoffs. Because like this is important. So like this, I want to fuck it. If it has to be Kansas City, we need to revisit that shit. Because like we lost to Tom Brady in 2004, and I had to wait almost 15 years to see him again so I could get my get back. I ain't trying to wait that long with you, Patty Mahomes. We coming for you on my Booker T shit. We coming for you, Hulk Hogan. All right. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to see this is my off the wall, not off the wall, like my off base shit that you don't understand. Juju Watkins, Paige Buckers, and Caitlin Clark. I want to see how they expand their game next year because women's basketball is on the rise right now, and those three are going to be the ones carrying the fucking torch. Paige Buckers. Juju's got a couple years left in college.
Who's going to date who, though? Who's going to date who?
And I want to see my boo Cameron Brink come back. But anyway, I want to see those three, like how they make that next step next year. Because Paige Buckers, this is her last season in college, so she's going to be playing for the Dallas Stars, not Dallas Stars, the Dallas Wings. So she gonna get So I can't wait to see her and the Nigerian chick in Dallas. I want to see how they gonna do. Outside of that, I want to see. Those are the. That's. I want to see what. That's it.
Give me some soccer, bro. Come on, you got to be happy for where Manchester United is now with a head coach hire.
Listen, I cannot get excited after he's been in 7 games now. I can't be excited yet. I got to let this shit marinate. It was an impressive.
He's got those guys playing good though.
It was a great victory. I'm happy. I think Man City is just cursed right now anyway. So
no Roger do that to you.
It would be anybody. It could have been anybody that they probably would have suffered the same fate. But I mean, it's not really anybody.
Man City is like in my breakdown of them is like they're the most cocky soccer club around, and I feel like fans became fans overnight with them, and it's like super annoying. It's kind of like the Messi effect. No, not trying to bash Messi. I'm just saying like everybody wore a Messi jersey. It was annoying. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm a Man City fan. Man City has always sucked, man. Like, come on, they've had good players, but they haven't been as competitive as they are now. Because Erling Haaland was, when they first got him, he was bored scoring goals, just scoring goals. And now he's still scoring goals, but team isn't playing well. And then we're seeing that, as much as I don't want to agree, Rodri was right to win Ballon d'Or. It's hard to win it as a center midfielder. He does a good job doing all the dirty work in the middle. But I'm telling you, man, Manchester United, they got it right with the high.
I hope you're right. I'm just, I'm going to just pause for a little bit, let the shit happen, and then we'll see. And then I'm watching Giannis right now in this NBA Cup, bro. He's the best player in the league. I'm sorry. So that's another player. I'm looking forward. Anthanasis is back at the games. I'm telling you. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Yeah, that's Thanasis. That's his brother. He's not
What?
on the roster no more because he's recovering from like an ACL injury.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And when he wasn't going to the games early this year, Giannis was struggling. He got his boy back on the sideline. Giannis is dominant. I'm telling you, sometimes you just need a haircut. Sometimes you just need your boy. I'm looking forward to Giannis doing some crazy shit this year, and carrying the Bucks to something relevant. Maybe a championship. I don't know. At least the NBA Finals. I would love to see that. And then for you, top story going into 2025 that you're paying attention to.
Does LeBron retire or not?
You know what?
Because that is the end of an era for us, sir.
I think next year will be his last year, if not this year. But I think for certain there's no more LeBron in after next season. That's just how I feel. And am I ready for it? Nah. But I'm ready for him to retire, though. I'm not ready for what that's going to do for my basketball like livelihood after that. But I feel like he's tired, bro. He's tired of this shit, dog. Like he has to go recharge the batteries last week. He's disappeared from the team. Shit, I'm like, bro, where the fuck is LeBron at? But like, I don't read into all the tea leaves and shit. I just think, he old now, bro. It's hard, dog, to do this grind every fucking. He's outside of AD. He's just a bunch of just misfits, dog. It's like D'Angelo Russell. He got a rookie, Dalton Connect. He got this kind of like, this kid still that he sees as Austin Reeves. Rui's teaching him Japanese. It's just, I don't know. He's got to, I don't know. I want to see how he does, but I want to see how Bronny, how Bronny does next year as well. He's started to do better in the G League. I want to see how he does with all this media scrutiny that he's been getting. So I would say, yeah, for you, Bron, for me, I want to see how Bronny does. But damn, I just want to say, Giannis Antetokounmpo, shit, that's the dude I want in my foxhole. I'm telling you, Joel Embiid, just watch some tape, dog. Maybe it's genetically not your fault, Joel, but just watch some film, dog.
Yo, Dan Campbell went and got him a dog.
Who you got?
Jamal Adams.
Man, what's Jamal Adams? He ain't gonna do shit, dog. He old, dog.
He'll play good for Dan Campbell.
All right, I know you want to stand by him. Is the scan code working? You can get into the building.
See.
Oh, they don't let me go. All right. Anyway, that's all I got, bro. Any final thoughts on the year?
I got none, man. It's been a tough year for sports for me. Watching my team lose in the World Series, watching my football team that I used to root for just suck it up. And then in basketball, at least the Knicks are looking good. They're playing good. Real Madrid back at it. They're, could be better. But bitch about anything, right? At least I got my health. At least I got me a good girl, got me a job. I'm doing good, so I can't complain.
Yeah. I'm continuously having to watch the Phillies do so good and then not, because I expect that to happen nowadays. The Sixers, I already know they're going to always let me down, so my expectations are never high. It's easy when your expectations is low. Trust me. I'm just letting you know right now. It makes life so much easier when your expectations.
It's different. It's different when you're scraping the bottom like I am in football.
We have the worst team in the NBA outside of the Wizards, bro.
Were you in the playoffs? Were you in the playoffs last year? Okay.
We ain't going there this year.
Doesn't matter. You were there last year. It's okay.
Long story short, I got Jalen Hurts, I got AJ Brown, I got Devontae Smith. And they gonna carry me, dog. They gonna take care of me. I can feel it this year. Knock on wood.
Even that backup tight end, he'll take care of you too, man.
Grant Calcaterra. We outside, dog. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my dogs doing well next year, dog. I just feel like all this media shit and all this bullshit that we dealing with, when it gets to playoff time, it's grind to go home. And I feel like we gonna grind, bro. I feel like we gonna grind. We're gonna see that man in Kansas City again. And we gonna have to tussle, dog. We gonna have to wrestle, dog. Cause we ain't leaving it without the shit, dog. I'm telling you, we're bringing back the dog mask and everything. Jason Kelsey gonna get the fucking crowd going. I can feel it. I'm gonna just manifest it, speak it into existence. Go birds, fly, Eagles fly. Where can they find us at?
I'm on the same boat as you, man. I'm rooting for the Eagles the way on out, man. Saquon Barkley has done it for me for sure. My girl told me, she's like, every week she tells me what should I bet on. I'm like, Saquon touchdown anytime. Just do it. Like, even if you lose, you know it's gonna happen next week. You'll hit. Don't worry. Um, you can find us on Twitter at fair_weather_pod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Look at the Fair Weather Podcast.
Will TikTok be around next year? My bad, I cut off your shit.
I don't know, man. Hey, I'm not the TikToker guy on here. And you can find us on wherever you subscribe to podcast audio. Search the Fair Weather Podcast. You can catch us there. Last words of wisdom of the year.
Like, subscribe, share. Simple.
Like, subscribe, share. Exactly. Support your friends. We support you all. What you do. Support us.
I watch y'all stories on Instagram. Shit. I go to y'all little shit dicks. Shit, I like your post on Instagram. Just like the day. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. You know what? It's been a very it's been a crazy year. I've damn near lost my shit numerous times. We've held on by threads, but you know what? The sun's gonna rise again today, just as it did yesterday. That's always my mindset. So, yeah, the sun gonna rise, bro. Just sometimes you gotta go through it. You gotta go through a little rough patch and then bring it on the next day. So, yeah, learn how to take complete ownership. That's another thing. I've been reading that book. I have to finish that book. It's called Complete Ownership. If you can start taking more complete ownership on your decisions and shit that you've gone through in your life, and not just point fingers all the time and blame this and that, just take some ownership. It helps. It helps. But that's all I got, folks. As always, it is what's the name of the show? Fair Weather Podcast, dog. We see y'all next year, 2025, baby. Yeah.